Hello to the side and back, and welcome to Bubbly Toki. I am your host, Tokika Uzuru, also known as Toki. That is like Loki, but with a T, Toki. And today we're going to be taking a bit of a turn on what we have been doing. Basically, I couldn't find the phone that I usually record with, so I am now recording with a different one. Once again, I did not feel like taking my braids out, my plaits out, so I just decided to go ahead and put on my little headdress here. I was going to end up having to do that anyway, after I record. And 3, we're actually going to be talking about the song that I posted last week, and what it meant when I wrote it. I got my tea here, because I know this is going to be taking a while. And we're just gonna get straight into it. The song was titled Color Me Sorry. And I think I only used that as a placeholder title because that was the first line, or the one that I was able to remember. So I'll go ahead and call it that. It's easy for me to remember, so when I went to go ahead and name the little demo piece, it would work out in my favor. This song also it is jam-packed with meaning and has an underlying story. And before I get into the actual meaning and the story, I will first state this. The color that I imagine the term sorry to be is orange. That might be because I do not like the color orange. So that's what I'm picturing. I'm going to go ahead and think about coloring someone sorry. I originally got the phrase color me something from the song Candy Store out of the Heathers musical. The line was specifically color me Stowe. So I was like, so if you go ahead and say something about color me surprised, or color me regret, or color me envious, or color me jealous. Is jealousy like a purplish blue? Anyway, so I came up with the idea of when you're coloring in like a picture, you're coloring in someone's sorry. The color of sorry. What does the color sorry look like? Going back, it looked orange. The song originally was written about an issue that I had to go ahead and deal with in 10th grade. If you see me looking down right now, it's because I have... Hold on, because one-handed. I have the meaning for the song written down, and I'm trying to stick to it, or at least know exactly where I'm going next with it. So I have it literally right down here. I could get into it line by line, and probably will do that with a future song, but this one, it's a lot. So I guess I'm gonna have to start somewhere. The phrase "color me sorry," or at least the way I used it was, "I regret doing something." And I guess the way I've been writing songs is making it short enough where it has like several different meanings, but when I go ahead and write it, it's one specific meaning in mind. First part is just, if it would make you feel any better, you can go ahead and hurt me. I don't know what to do at this moment. Then the pre-chorus, which I also classify as the second part of the first verse, is kind of just like a bit of a roller coaster type thing, where it's like it gets optimistic and then pessimistic and then downward spiral into a pessimistic point of view. And then by the end, it's like, I don't care if it's useless, I'm gonna do it anyway. My stubbornness, basically. So the chorus gets into one of the things I usually regret, which would probably be the crushes that I've had in my life. It starts off with a few things I remind myself through my denial stage. I will have an entire video of me talking about the stages of going through a crush and what those stages can actually bring. I'm going to actually end up working on the outline for that video later on. Flipping the page so I can read directly from it. Then I point out the things that run through my head when I'm trying to pursue said new crush. Next two lines is throughout all the stages I go through with crushes. The last two lines is me knowing how stubborn I truly am and how I regret everything I did. Again, it goes back to the specific thing that I did in 10th grade, and this is probably going to end up becoming a story time video later on. But I did this thing, and I completely regret doing it, or at least regret the way that it ended. Second verse isn't as dense in meaning as the first one, which I didn't get too into because looking at the amount of I don't think I have that much time to do so. It's just things I would tell my okay. The second verse is just me talking to my younger self, or before I went through all of that I did. My previous self, the self that didn't go through all of that. Second part of the second verse continues with me talking to my younger self, but after everything had happened. Or basically, I told you so. And then I tried to act like nothing happened, like the entire incident didn't happen. No, it did. I was just once again stubborn to go ahead and take the fact that, one, I had to go ahead and take the L. I had to take the rejection. Then the last two lines were pointing to the mistake that I made at the end of my 9th grade year. Once again, this will end up becoming a story time later on. I basically decided to go ahead and go against my instinct, just to go ahead and entertain myself because I was bored. So now the bridge is me getting over or coming to terms years later to what happened. One, he was never meant to be with me. In fact, neither of them were. Two, if I only want to be in a relationship to say that I am in one, I should really not get into one. Life lessons. Desperation never looks good on anyone. And three, there are too many things to work on to make myself a complete whole to where I won't even think about being in a relationship. Noticing that I have so many things that I need to work on personally to make myself a complete whole, a person that doesn't need a relationship to define them. And in the end, I'm only sorry they had to be involved in me learning these lessons. That took a lot shorter time than I thought it would actually. I'm surprised. So, overall, as a review, this song was just about regrets that I've made. And the things that go through my mind as I look back on those things that I've regretted. So now that we actually got to the end of the video, didn't realize it was going to actually take such a short time. I'll probably be using this phone a bit more. Right, updates. Updates on things that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to close this journal for one. So, spooky season is coming up, and October is coming up. The fall solstice, equinox, what the heck? The beginning of fall, the first day of fall will be coming soon. Specifically, September 21st. Which means I'll probably do my hair video on how I prepare for braid season, how I do my braids. So that's the prep, the installation, how I go about wearing them, and the takedown or the uninstallation. And then I also have the 2 songs that I want to put out for the Halloween season, or just October basically, specifically. That was a long pause that I had to take. At some point, I'm gonna have to do a bit better with. Once again, I didn't write these down. Feel like I should next time I decide to do something like this. Right. 2 songs. I'm gonna start my braid series. Yeah, I'm gonna start my braid series, and hopefully there may or may not be a special guest to help me out with those. All depends on scheduling. And is that about it? Might be. I'm kind of confused. Yeah, that's about it. So we're gonna go ahead and go straight over to the stereotypical YouTuber outro. If you like, well, this was probably the worst explanation of how I ended up writing the song, but or at least what it meant. I'll probably go ahead and try to do a better one next time, or go back to trying to explain the song. Yeah, I think that's. No, I think I did a good job. Never mind. I'll probably go ahead and try to explain it a bit better when I go ahead and do the story time videos. Because then I'll be able to go ahead and finally put all of that information out there. And yeah, you can see it. Okay. If you like this video, like. If you want any more, if you want to go ahead and see me a bit more often, it would be best for you to subscribe and turn on your notification bell. Go to the notification settings for the bell and turn on all notifications if you do want all notifications. I'll probably be doing this look a bit more often because now that I'm actually seeing myself, I can look into I'm looking at the screen at myself instead of looking at the camera, which I should be doing. I'm liking this look. I just need dangled earrings. But the thing is, I don't wear dangled earrings. Like, comment, subscribe. And that's about it. So, this has been Toki, signing off.